Okay, story number four. Jean Gruss, we're going to go to you with story number four. It's coming out of the Miami Herald. I'm going to read you the headline, first couple graphs, and I want you to comment. Let me give the audience some context. Champlain Tower South, which is a condo, it collapsed in Surfside on the Barrier Island, Miami-Dade County. Close to 100 people died. There was $1 billion settlement that went out. It forced the feds, the state, the locals to try to figure out how can a condominium actually collapse. This property is located between Miami Beach and Bell Harbor and Surfside area. It's having all kinds of repercussions all around the state of Florida in that insurance prices have spiked. In addition to this collapse, we've had some hurricanes, we've had other things. Some would say we have an insurance crisis going on right now in Florida. If you can get insurance, it's costing you a ton. Many people are being forced to go to the insurer of last resort, which is called Citizens Property Insurance. So that is the backdrop, Sean. Let me read you the headline first couple graphs, and I want you to comment. And again, this is coming out of the Miami Herald. Headline: Investors and state senators see opportunity to cash in on Florida's insurance crisis. First couple graphs, Sean. When Floridians go to shop around for new homeowners insurance policies next year, they could find several new companies offering coverage, including one company backed by the current state senator. Lured by the nation's high premiums and new laws making it harder to sue insurance companies, investors see an opportunity in Florida's broken insurance market. Current and former state officials and other observers said they are receiving regular inquiries from potential investors looking to make a profit. Story goes on to say, and this is a quote coming from a current state senator, a guy called Jason Pizzo out of Hollywood. The quote is, as soon as we were done with the last vote in session, I had a couple of people, including legislators, asking me if I would invest in a new insurance company. Mr. Pizzo said. He goes on to say that State Senator John Gruder, a Republican out of Sarasota, he pitched his fellow lawmakers on investing in a new homeowners policy insurance company that would project a 165% return on investments over the next 5 years. Investing millions of dollars into one of the nation's most valuable insurance market might seem like a folly. Hurricanes and floods are multiplying. Meanwhile, numerous companies have gone insolvent without being hit by either of those threats. But Florida-based insurance companies employ unusual financial structures that can allow executives to extract considerable profits from homeowners' premiums. Jean, my question to you is this an example of the fox guarding the henhouse?
Well, yes and no. I mean, the insurance business in Florida is like highly risky business. There have been so many insolvencies. I just can't imagine investors being gung ho about the industry. Now that being said, if lawmakers have crafted legislation and they know the ins and outs, and there's a bit of a conflict of interest there. It seems a little bit unethical, but at the same time, the insurance business. They're taking a huge amount of risk here in Florida. And one storm can basically wipe out a company. And so I was just having a little bit of trouble wrapping my head around why you would invest in a company like this, and exactly what the benefits are. It wasn't entirely clear from the story, like how they were going to extract all these benefits, all this money. But that we do have an insurance crisis. It's been going on since Hurricane Andrew, and 30 years of insurance crisis. Nothing surprises me anymore with Florida's insurance market.
No. Let me read another graph or two from this piece, and then I want you to comment, and then I'll open to the floor. Pizzo, remember, he's a state senator out of Hollywood. Pizzo, one of the state's wealthiest lawmakers with a net worth of about $60 million, declined to invest in Gruder's company. That was the one company that was referenced early on. Pizzo also turned down nearly a dozen other pitches from investors, he told the Herald Times. And here's a quote from him: "I just don't want to be directly involved with profiting off of what I think is less restrictive or more favorable conditions for insurers." What does the Roundtable make of that?
Well, I'm thinking, my immediate thought was he didn't invest in it because he didn't see the risk return didn't work out in his favor. And these promises of, triple digit percentage returns. I mean, that's like a red flag right away. I mean, any investment that pitches itself as, having those kinds of returns is suspect to start with. And, uh, I think Pizzo probably, stayed away because it didn't make sense more than the ethics. I mean, that's my personal viewpoint, but I may be wrong, but that's kind of how I read it.
Anybody else on the roundtable want to comment about state senators who crafted legislation to deal with our Florida insurance crisis, suddenly setting up their own companies to go in and sell policies?
Yeah, that would be a clear conflict of interest if it's happening. I mean, the elected legislators don't directly approve rates. That's the purview of the state insurance department. But still, it's not a good look to have lawmakers investing in an industry that they regulate. So I would hope that all the other members of the state Senate are following Senator Pizzo's lead and not investing in insurance companies that do business in Florida.
Great context, gentlemen.